Hi, so today I want to kind of show you some of the issues I've been having with this cow spa. First, I want to start with when I first got the hot tub, all of these jets were installed and they broke within the first week or so. The middle part came out and it was just kind of blowing out all over the hot tub, pieces of it. So what they sent me, well, what the dealer sent me actually, was a bunch of old spa parts that don't even go with my spa. They came in a box full of leaves and just kind of looked like he got it from an old shed. None of these I can use. After 7 months back and forth, Cal Spas actually did send replacement jets for all of these. Also received this pair of the stairs that's was broken down and cracked, so it bends down when you step on it because of this crack right here. And so the dealer that I bought this from, we had a big problem getting the hot tub to us because he apparently went to jail and lost his business, so it closed down. So our hot tub was stuck in the dealership and had to get a police detective and somebody who used to work in the store get the hot tub out and even get it delivered to us. So that, you know, we basically lost the dealer, and we bought it maybe about 75 miles away from where we live. And another local dealer there does not want to come out here. We live in a rural area. And so we've kind of been on our own. There are no Cal Spa dealers that are any closer to us. Cal Spa did approve another dealer to do some work on the hot tub, and they're 60 miles away, and you know they come out. So don't really know what the issue is there, but so we're kind of on our own basically without a dealer and dealing with this issue with Cal Spa all on our own. So you know, that's another issue. So kind of what's going on with the hot tub right now is, so all of the sealant around, like say the filter area, if you can kind of see all this white sealant right here, it's just coming off. It's flaking off, and it's very sticky. See it right there. It's very sticky. You can see it in various different areas of the hot tub where it's, I don't know if you can see that, but it's stuck on. There's some right there. If you see the white down at the bottom, it's stuck on. Let me kind of show you what I'm talking about here. So say you take off a jet, and this is with all the jets. They're all like this. So, so right around this area, if you can see, all of this just comes off. All of the sealant is coming off. And it's a pretty big deal because it's coming off from pretty much everywhere and getting it on my pipes. So if you take a look at the plumbing down here, you can see all of this stuck in the plumbing. A lot of the pipes are, or hoses are completely clogged with this stuff. Kind of look around here. You see some more in the hoses there. Completely clogged. The spa's been tripping, so they did replace this control box here, but that didn't fix the issue. So it usually trips a breaker daily, and I think, and a couple spa dealers agreed with me, that this sealant that has gotten into the plumbing could be all in, because the heater's in here, and could be in the pumps. So that could be causing the tripping issue, but we're not sure. they've kind of washed their hands of it, don't know what the problem is, so there's kind of just no resolution. I'm on my own. But so this plumbing is obviously a big problem. Some of the jets don't perform very well. Very low flow coming out of those because of the clogs. And if you take a look here, apparently I was told that these hoses are not supposed to fill with water, and you can see when I turn on the air here on the jets, see that, hold on a second. See the low flow there. Now if you look in these jets, you can see that how they fill with water. So apparently there's not supposed to be all the water in the air plumbing. So correct me if I'm wrong. But the reason I'm making this video is I wanted to see if anyone out there, and I looked all over the internet, couldn't find anybody else with this problem of basically everything, all the sealant, I don't know about the plumbing itself, is deteriorating. So basically falling apart and coming off into the water. All around here. I'm trying to get a good shot here. So I don't know if anybody else is having this issue. This stuff is pretty sticky. Let me get a piece of it here. So it's like putty, kind of like pine sap or glue or something. It's very, very sticky, hard to come off. See, it just really sticks to the shell. See that? Really hard to come off. Will not wash off in water, which is why you can, let me turn this jet off here, diverter off. So if you look down in there, you can see it's in various different places, still stuck on the shell. Water will not wash it off. CalSpa's told me to do a flush, but a flush isn't going to get it out of the plumbing because it's so sticky. There's basically no way to get it out of there unless everything under here is just basically replaced. And probably pretty much everything, if it's in the heater and the pumps, which is probably causing it to trip every day. Now, my big question for you guys is, I'm very meticulous about my water chemistry, and so when I originally see all this white stuff floating everywhere, when I originally saw this happening, I did a test to make sure it wasn't white mold, and it was not white mold. So I basically resigned to the fact that it was hard water, because, you know, it could look like hard water. But later on I discovered where the real issue was coming from, all the sealant and around the filter and just pretty much everywhere where there is sealant, the lights. So that's where I discovered that this is actually coming from. So it's not even hard water. It's this. It clogs up my filters. I've had probably 4 now filters just completely break off at the bottom. I don't know if it's because they can't become clogged so quickly that they just break from the suction. Got in touch with their parts department to try to figure out what the issue was, and they don't know. They haven't returned several of my emails. Just kind of wash their hands of that. Don't want to deal with that. So just it's kind of been a nightmare. But what I'm told is, of course, chemical abuse. Like I said, I've never put anything in here that would cause any sort of, in my mind, any sort of chemical abuse. The levels are always within range. I haven't done any superchlorination on the hot tub, and although they did recommend doing superchlorination, which is kind of surprising to me because they said this is chemical abuse, but then they also recommend superchlorination, so which is it? So I'm using bromine in here. They said although I'm using the right chemicals, because I explained everything I'm using, at some point they think I use too much. I don't see how that could happen, but that's one of the reasons why I'm reaching out. If any of you out there have seen bromine do this, even at high concentrations, would it basically, you know, eat all this sealant off like this, where it just basically crumbles off around everywhere. See, there's some floating right there. And like I said, it's basically just kind of like putty. Okay, so tested the water. I wanted you to kind of see that. So use the Taylor test kit. You can kind of see it. It's kind of bad lighting in here, but anyway, there you can kind of see it a little bit better. So my sanitizer is a little low, but pH is right at 7.2. Could be a little bit higher, but it's right within range at 7.2. And like I said, the bromine, probably need to add a little bit more sanitizer. But anyway, also did a total alkalinity test, and that was right at 80. So no issues with water chemistry. I test this weekly or bi-weekly, depending on how much I use it. And also I check the sanitizer a couple times a week, because before we use it, I always check that. Sometimes I'll use a test strip before I go in, but I found that they aren't really that accurate, so I tend to always stick with the Taylor kit. And also, this hot tub is only not even 2 years old, so pretty new. Just kind of, I don't know, just wondering, could this even happen so fast? I've had a couple dealers ask me, well, how long have you owned the tub? And, I guess that's a factor, but I've only had this not even 2 years. So it's not like this has accumulated over many, many years. This kind of started happening, well, obviously since the beginning, because I thought that, maybe this was just hard water. And maybe about a year ago is when I first started seeing the flakes. And then I've just kind of been going back and forth with them since, I want to say the last 3 months about this, 3 or 4 months. The tripping issues started last summer. We're moving into summer now. So that issue's been happening for quite a while. But I didn't know what the flaking was coming from. So I just, like I said, I just recently discovered that. And I discovered that when I was draining the hot tub and cleaning it. And I saw some of the white stuff coming down from the bottom of a jet, and I took it out to take a look and noticed that was happening. Then I started taking out more jets, and it was happening everywhere. And obviously noticed this area around the filter. So that's kind of the gist of how long this has been happening. So I don't know if that's a factor, but somebody might have some ideas. So anyway, someone could comment out there kind of give me an idea of, you know, if they've ever seen this, the plumbing kind of falling apart, or the sealant. And also let me know what it would really take, what concentrations it actually take. Would a superchlorination do this? Although I haven't done one, but everything I've read, people with, you know, high bromine levels, they've never had this happen. And like I said, I don't have high bromine levels, but I'm just wondering if, you know, if you've ever seen anything like this. So, comments would be appreciated. Thank you.